Here we go. I guess I'm live. Hello. Let me just get a couple things set up real quick. Of course, I'm not fully prepared as normal, but this is going to be a little tutorial about how to build this minting website, but this is a prologue in a way. And this is a reaction to a comment that somebody had left where they were saying that they wanted a tutorial that started from the very beginning, the blank canvas. And there's two parts to the blank canvas. There's the Bubble app that we've been building, that blank canvas. And there's the NFT contract that needs to be deployed before you really build this app at all. So those are two totally different things. And we're going to do an NFT contract video. We're going to do multiple of them because there are different ways of deploying contracts. There's a lot of different type of NFT contracts. There's different ways of writing NFT contracts. There's really simple no-code NFT contract solutions, but they are slightly limited to what they can do. Some are better, some are worse. There's a lot of offerings popping up. You could probably build something like that in Bubble, by the way, an app that offers a service like that. I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying probably. But, so there's a lot of apps. I just totally lost my train of thought. What I was saying is that there's a Bubble apps. There's a lot of apps you can create. Okay, I'm just going to get back to what I was saying. So this is what we were building. We are, we're going to do, what I was saying is we're going to do an NFT contract creation tutorial series. Gosh, we're going to do videos about different ways of creating NFT contracts. So anyway, that's all coming. That's going to be a separate series. We've been brainstorming and planning out content for the past week or two now, and trying to get our ducks in a row and try to make these better and more just in a good logical order and starting from zero and working our way up instead of kind of just jumping into the middle of things, which is kind of my fault. I owned up to that. I responded to the comment and I said, you're right. I just kind of jumped into things. And my intention when I first made that first video in this series was that it would be for Bubble people who already knew how to make things in Bubble, make apps in Bubble. They were already interested in that, and they just wanted to add some, make a minting app in Bubble. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with the blank slate. We're going to make this minting site, which is, here's what we made last time. Actually, let me hit preview. It's a copy of this, but it's a really poorly done copy. And all I've really shown is how to add the Web3 functionality to it. Let's see when it decides to load. Okay, so here it is. So not a gray copy. You can see our number minted now. Of course, we need to connect our wallet, and I see I have a pending transaction for something else. Some other website probably trying to hijack me. My apologies. My browser runs a little slow when I'm live streaming. It's something I'm working on. I have a MacBook Pro, but that's not enough. And then you need to get rid of stuff like Discord. Which you can join our Discord, by the way, at dgendefi.org. Okay, why is my Metamask legitly not opening? You can't make this stuff up, guys. can't open MetaMask. What are my options right now? I have to use MetaMask for this. There's just no way I can do this without MetaMask. Let's try to hit mint, see if it prompts it. Okay, well, it connected the wallet. So you can see how many I've minted. We're going to have to figure out that MetaMask problem. But here's what we created. Just this simple minting app. And we didn't do any of the other design. It's very similar to this one once you connect. See, it says something went wrong. It's because it's trying to connect and I can't open MetaMask. Well, this is the one we were copying. Of course, now I'm having problems. I love that. So what we're going to do today, though, and this is a video that's a prologue because I want to show you the basics of Bubble and how we're building this app from scratch with Bubble. And this is going to be a video that is going to be clipped and is going to be able to be shown and linked to people in the future who just need to get the basics of how to use Bubble down. So that's what the tutorial is today. So I'm starting with a blank canvas here in Bubble. When you create a Bubble app at bubble.io, you're going to start with a blank template. And it's going to just look like a blank page. The first thing I'm going to do, because I like this is a personal thing, but I think it's a much better engine, is I'm going to go up and click on responsive. If you have a little blue icon right here, it means you can upgrade this page to the responsive engine. You're going to want to do that. So just takes a second, waiting, and takes more than a second. Takes multiple seconds. Sometimes it's going to give you the option to retain a backup of the page. I'm guessing it didn't give me that option because I had nothing on the page. If I had content on that page, it probably would have asked me if I wanted to back up. Sometimes this can take a bit. Okay, cool. There we are. As I say that. So now you can see that little blue icon disappeared. So now we're on the new responsive engine. This is gonna just make things a lot easier. Just trust me, it's better for design. The previous Bubble design engine is just kind of messy, and it's actually harder for new people, I think, than just using and learning the responsive engine, because this is the future of Bubble anyway. So we're starting with a blank page. And let me just pull up my Streamlabs here. If you guys have any questions, toss them in the chat. I'm monitoring it, kind of. Okay, so blank page. So I am shamelessly taking the elements from the website we're copying because that's what I'm going to do so that I don't have to upload them. And I want to build this exact thing. So I just, use the inspector in Chrome and got the URLs there. So we're going to first start with our background. Let's do this. So double click the edge here to just get the page. And we're going to call this minting example. And then we're going to do background style, image. Hey, Johnny, what's up? From Brazil. I love Brazil. I went to Brazil one time in 2011 into Itacaré, which is like a little town, very little town. Okay. Oh, what am I trying to do here? Okay. I got distracted by Johnny. So I'm just going to copy the link, the URL for that background image. Oh, I swear I will figure this out one day. And then I'm going to paste that right into here. And so that's going to be now our background image. We're going to center that, make it as wide as the parent element. No repeating. Okay. And I think that should show up there. If not, I'll just upload it right here. You can click here and you can upload an image as well. So there are different ways of doing that background. So that gets us at our background. Let's actually preview this page and let's just make sure our background's coming in. I don't know if it'll well, yeah, it might. Let me check something. What are the minimum page dimensions here? Oh yeah, and this is fixed. So for this, I want the main page to be a row. I'm gonna do a row. And we'll do centered container alignment. Okay, so these are just the way that we are setting up the container alignments, the container types is all for the responsive engine. And you could make I mean, there are, I'm sure, better Bubble tutorials on just the responsive engine of Bubble. I'm positive there are. And this isn't going to be a responsive engine tutorial, but just know that I'm guiding you in a good direction as far as the responsive settings for these groups. And there are different ways of accomplishing similar things. I'm just showing you one way. So now we're going to do a group. I want to get the center content group going. And that is going to be this, where our minting functions are going to be, our button and our information. And then we got a logo up here. So we're going to actually have two groups, okay? So there's going to be a group that has the logo and this group within it. Lots of groups going on. And I'm probably going to have to upload those images directly, which is fine. Let's go here. Just check something. Okay. So, group. Just going to put one right in the middle. So this is going to be our first group, and this group is going to be a column. And we're gonna make this a responsive group, but we don't want it to go for now. Let's say beyond 600. Let's do 800. And minimum, because we want to count for mobile devices, I'm going to say 300. And the height doesn't matter really too much because it's just going to fit to whatever's in there. So now let's get our logo in there. Let's put an image. One question, there's a way to use this Mint button application in an existing website outside of Bubble. You would need to use an iframe, but it's certainly possible, I believe. So, well, let me do this, and then I will show you. There's a couple things I want to show you guys after this, and I will add that to the list. But yes, the short answer is yes. You can use an iframe, and there's a setting in the back. I'll just tell you, there's a setting in the back, and that you might need to check. That is for, let's just go do this. You got to make sure allow to render the app in a frame/iframe. By default, it says block all frames. So you can, there's a couple different options here. You can allow all iframes. And then I believe you could load this up in an iframe. So that's that. Hope that helps you out there, Johnny. So this is going to be our logo. I'm just going to call this image logo. And for the layout on this one, I want this to be centered. Like my mind right now. Centered and calm until I come across something that's not working. Then my centered mind is probably going to quickly crumble. And this image, I'm really hoping this image shows up. Let's check the preview, because if it's not showing up on the preview, then my method is not working, and that's okay. I just need to know the truth. Meantime, while that loads, I'm gonna save these. Yeah, so we're going to actually use the images on this, which is fine. So we click this little area right here and ignore my messy file structures, please. Okay, there we go. Now we got something going on. Okay. So, oh, and now, just like that, it's gone. You know, life is just sometimes like that. Sometimes Bubble does mysterious things to your image. Oh, it's because it had replaced that and then I deleted it. I was like, no, actually not. So I'm going to fix this here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, I am going to make this fixed width, but I'm going to change this to percentage. Whoa. And actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do pixels. And I want this to be, let's say 250. And I wish I knew the aspect ratio of the original image. We're just going to do this for right now. If I change this, let's actually, no, because if I do 100%, it's going to just make it gigantic. And let's do, yeah, so that's what we're going to do for that. And then I want to go back to the background. And I'm going to go to appearance. And we're going to put our background image in here. Okay, things are happening now. I'm feeling a little bit better about this. And you can see on the original, there's a little margin up at the top. So we're going to do the same thing on ours. I'm actually going to do that for this whole group, which should be renamed. I'm going to call this center content or center group. I don't know. That's a really bad name, so, but you know, you can always change it later. So I'm going to add 40 to the top and the bottom, and that's fine for now. We're going to add another group now. Things are getting a little more exciting here. We're going to add another group. This is the group that's going to hold another group. There's a lot of groups. That's what you'll learn to love with the responsive engine is your groups. We're going to call center group content. You gotta use your groups strategically when you're using the newer responsive engine. So this one actually is going to be an align to parent, and we're going to make it, yeah, it's going to be aligned to parent. It's just going to be an open width. The minimum, I'm just going to make 300 again for right now. Oh, not 300,000. That's it's a little much. Oh, you know what? We'll just, because this is within another group, and I want it to be, do I want it to be 100%? Yeah, I do. I want it to be 100% of the group. And that should work perfectly. Minimum height, sure. Sure, why not? So what's then gonna happen here? Oh, and we want this to be centered, I guess. I mean, it's 100%, so who cares, right? But just from my brain, I'm gonna do that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put another group. This is our final group within the group within the group. This group, you can see, is right in the center. So that aligned to parent, you'll see here. This is the group I'm going to call group mint. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, got quite large. Group mint. And we're going to center it. This is what the aligned to parent group that it is inside of. By making this group here, group mint and aligned to, or the group center group content and aligned to parent, then that makes it so that then this group mint can be aligned into the center. So I will show you what I'm trying to do by doing that. So it's kind of this little area right here that's going to be in the center of this bigger group. Now, could I have maybe not put all this in a group? Yeah, I could have used margins and stuff, but I think this is going to be a better solution. We'll see. So let's add some background. Let's add some design to this group here. The group center group content. I'm going to remove this style, and I'm just being lazy, so I'm making this an individual style palette, I guess you could call it. I'm going to do background style of flat color. And do I have my little color picker? Yes, I do. So I'm going to use this little extension, this pick color from page extension, and I'm going to pick out the color right there, and that just copies it. That's such a nifty little plugin. I love little plugins like, or extensions like that. So now I can paste that into the background style color. And I'm going to add a roundness because the original one we're copying has some roundness to the corners. I don't know if 5 is the same. It's probably about, it's more like a 10 or 20. Oh, and there's definitely a border. So we're going to add a border, solid. And we're going to make the width at least 2. Come on. Let's see. What's that kind of looking like? See, that's looking much more like it. And we need to steal that blue using our handy dandy color picker. I think. Yep, there we go. So we need this group again. I'm almost done with this part. I know this is like probably the most boring thing to watch right now. Just paint drying as I fiddle with this group. And this group, well, 5 is way too much. 3 maybe, 2. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. It's just gonna be what it is. And I'm gonna add to the layout tab of this group a little, let's see, do we wanna do 20 or 40 on the top margin away from the logo? Oh, I'm on the wrong group. We will get to that group. Am I on the centered group? Okay, let's try this. So we'll add the 20 margin there, and I think that's good enough for now. So let's go to the center group. This center group, I'm gonna add a I'm gonna add 100 to the top and bottom. So we're giving it some space to breathe. And now you can see, let's preview our page. Ooh, there might be some things that need to be adjusted. We'll see. So we're going to preview this and see what we've got so far. So you can see now we're getting a lot closer. We still have to add these side GIFs. And then we can add our actual content to the center here. And then you can see how we're getting very close to the thing we built before with this page, where if we just put this stuff essentially inside of the page we've made over here, we've got something looking very similar to this minting page. Very similar, I may say. So I'm actually going to, should I steal the stuff from the last one? No, I promised myself. This was from the ground up. Okay, so we're going to now add, should I add these images or this text? I'm just gonna do the text. The images, you know, you can do that. I will get there. But let's go with the text. Let's start adding some of the meat to this sandwich, okay? So this is going to be what we already built over here, which is the mint total supply. You know, I got a lot of tabs, okay? I'm sorry. So we're going to say that this is, and we're going to be creating that custom state. I'm doing this all off of memory. Essentially, oh man, sometimes clicking can just be so hard. So we're going to go, this page is called 101. Whatever your page is called is what your, let's see, parent groups thing. Oh, actually, this is what I need to do first. So double click off on the side of the canvas to get the page. Go click on this little eye. And we're going to add a new custom state. And we're going to call this total supply. Because this is from the original, the last tutorial. Which we're going to just redo, I think, in this tutorial. So this is your total supply. And this text element is going to have the total supply in it. Bear with me here. We are getting there. So then we click on 101. It's the name of the page. And then we click on total supply, because that is going to be our state, our custom state, that's going to hold our total supply from the contract. And we're going to read that contract when the page loads or when the user connects their wallet, if their wallet's not connected yet. So the total supply, and then we're going to do just divided, or not divided, but we're going to put a little slash, and then our total supply, or our total mintable. And again, I'm going to be lazy, and I'm going to just remove style just to get this done kind of quick. I'm going to just add a couple things. Center, bold, bigger text, classic stuff. And it doesn't look centered in this group. Let's go see. Oh, what's up with this group? This group should not be a fixed group. That's why this group needs to be a column. Whoa. Okay. And now, so that was, I just changed this minting group into a column so that everything stacks in this group like a column. What's this? This is some random text. Is that what I'm seeing? Cool, let's get rid of that. So now that it's a column, it doesn't glitch out. It just puts everything kind of up into the top left until you now arrange everything. So we've got our total supply, which is up at the top. This is the wallet that is connected. So let's just do that, shall we? So we're gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just gonna paste this because sometimes, like I said, I'm lazy. And it's one of those work smarter, not harder kind of things, you know? And here we're going to do another dynamic text. And we're going to get this from the Metamask element that we have not added yet. So we need to add, let's act as though we were beginners. What we need to do is go to the plugins page. Up here, you click Add Plugins. And then a pop-up's going to come. Here, this is probably going to freeze my computer. I don't know what it is with the bubble plugin search feature that seems to just crash my browser every time. It's like such a resource-intensive operation for some reason. And it takes forever to load. Look, see, here it is. Page is becoming unresponsive. It's great. Something that is a complaint I have. Sorry, Bubble. But it takes a long time for this page to load for me. And when I'm live streaming, it's probably going to be awful. So I'm going to get out of here because I've already done this. But I just wanted to show you guys. I click Add Plugins. I swear, it's not this painful every time. It's just that it's because I'm live streaming, which is kind of resource intensive. Oh my gosh, it's trying to kill my page. This is my issue, and see if anyone from Bubble would watch this, which they won't. This would be something that I would love to have fixed. So I'm literally going to reload this page. That's how brutal that is. So while that's reloading, let's go take a look at our page. I'm going to reload this page. Everything's reloading. Please hold. We are reloading. Like I said, any other questions, throw them in the chat. And please subscribe and like this video, y'all. We got a lot of content planned. These pages just, they don't want to have, it's kind of hopeless, right? So I'm actually going to go to this other version I had pulled up. I'm going to close that one. I had a duplicate with the old mint. That's what I'm saying, dude. That Bubble plugin page just like crashed my Chrome browser, and I don't have that many tabs open because I have a separate browser install that I use just for live streaming because I usually use Brave, and I have too many tabs open. It makes live streaming almost impossible. I know, I have a problem. I'm sorry, guys. I just like ran into this total trap that I knew was set. But you can see we're getting very close. And like I said, if you combine this with the functionality of the original build here, you can see what we've got going. Okay, we're loading the app again. Sheesh. That was traumatic. I swear it's not that bad to usually install the plugins. It is slow, but doesn't usually crash your browser slow. It's just slow, and you just gotta wait it out. So anyway, you install your plugins. Okay, this is the Web3 and Metamask plugin that we wanted to install. I'll just show you that real quick. Here it is. This is the plugin. Talk about it in a bunch of videos. It's a great plugin. So now back to the design tab of our app. Uh-oh, this is our old one. Man, let's go to this. This is our new one. This is like an app I've set up that's just a sandbox that I use to experiment with lots of different Web3 blockchain app ideas. So we are back. So I'm going to put this Web3 and Metamask element. This is invisible. No one can see this element. And I just put it on the page. It just has to be there for the plugin to work. I don't know why. It's the way, but that's the way of the bubble world. Now, no one will see it though, but it can still make a footprint, so to speak, in the page. So just know that. But I'm just gonna leave it where it is, where it wanted to be. And now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to this little text element, and this is gonna show the wallet that is connected, just like the other site does. So we're gonna go to do dynamic text. We're gonna get the MetaMask. Oh, and we have two elements. Sometimes that happens to me because I double click sometimes. So we're gonna do the MetaMask wallet address. And that is gonna pull in our wallet address. So check this. Oh, and you know what? Okay, let's get real granular. I don't know how many that is, but let's just say that's the first 10. Let's just say that's the first 10 characters of our thing. So we're gonna trim it, or we're gonna do number of characters, or truncated. We're actually gonna do truncated. We're gonna do truncated to 10. And then we'll just do okay. Let's go reload. See, you know, it's not that hard to build stuff in Bubble. It just takes a lot of experimentation and just really getting to know the tool. I think that's kind of the hurdle for anything, is just getting to know how to best use your tool to your advantage. And I'm guessing it's not showing my wallet address because my wallet's not connected. And that's the main problem we were having earlier, is that my wallet, my MetaMask on Chrome, is not opening for some reason right now. So I can't even connect. But that's going to show your wallet when you're connected. Now, a good idea would be to, for someone who's not connected, you can put a conditional. And you can say when the MetaMask plugin, where is MetaMask, is connected, and you do no. Then you change the text from their wallet and you maybe have it say, wallet not connected. And now, as you'll see, we'll go back. And the wallet is now connected. Voila. Hey guys, tell me if the music's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little. I haven't listened to the stream. So it says wallet not connected. Boom. So that shows my wallet's not connected. And that's fine. Because for this tutorial, we just need to get this built. And then I can connect it later. I can show you guys that next time. So what do we need to do now? We need to add, we can say, okay, one door costs 0.02 ETH. I can't copy the text from that site. That's annoying. So we're just going to type it in. One door costs 0.02 ETH. I'm going to copy, paste. Sometimes it takes a while. Got to double click on these bad boys. And, you know, I don't need to complain anymore about my computer. I was thinking about getting a Mac Mini, actually. One of those M1 chip ones. Matt, my trader homie Matt, he just got a M1 Mac Mini. He really likes it for his setup. One door costs 0.02. Cool, I love when I'm not typing, and I think I'm. Door costs 0.0. Oh my gosh. It's just, I can't type for some reason. Okay, so we've got that. We're getting through these. Excluding gas fees. I'm just not going to put that, okay? Connect to the Ethereum network. Connect button. Okay. Cool. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there, guys, gals, theys. So I'm just going to now put in the, so I'm going to make the little grouping that's going to hold all of this stuff right here, okay? And so what this is it's a row. Well, why am I going to tell you? I'm just going to show you. Duh. So let's do a group. And within this group, let's go to layout. Let's align it horizontally. And let's rename it. Let's call it mint count. That's a good one. And this group is going to be, like I was saying, let's see. I wonder, did I do an align to parent on that group? I may have. I think I did, because I think that makes the most sense. Let's do an align to parent on this group. We're going to horizontal align it. We're going to open it up so it's not fixed width. And we're going to allow it to be, let's say, 300 pixels. Do a minimum height here just to give me some space to build in there. Okay. Now, put some stuff inside here. We're going to put our first little icon. Boop. And we're going to make this the minus, negative, minus. Yeah, oh. Oh, what is going on? I'm stuck. Yeah. Sometimes this is just how it goes. Man, that is real. It's real stuck. Okay. It's like there's something very glitchy about this icon selector. Glitching out hard. Okay. So there's that. And I'm going to go to layout now. And I'm going to stick this over on the left edge. And I'm probably going to make this the bigger, the group, the parent group. I'm probably going to make it a little smaller, like not as wide. But we'll deal with that here soon. Okay, so I just copied and pasted our little icons. So now we got two. And we're going to make this one a plus icon. Mm-hmm. Should be right around here. There you go. Okay, cool. So we've got our plus and minus. And now we just need our counter in the middle. And it knows exactly what I'm trying to do in the layout, that I want it centered. And we're just going to have this. Oh, wait, this is going to be, so we're going to have a new, we're going to go to the page. We're going to go to the state. And we're going to add a new custom state. And this is going to be mint. We're just going to call this mint quantity. We're going to call it a number. Yes, we are. So now we've got a mint quantity custom state. And what happened to our text element? I'm looking over here through the element tree. The element tree is great for retrieving lost things, lost elements that have seemingly disappeared into the ether, and it's just gone. So we're going to make a new one. That's very weird. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. Okay, now we're going to insert this dynamic text is going to be the 101 page. Mint quantity. And then if you've seen the old or the past tutorials, I show you how to increase and decrease this mint quantity element state or page state using the plus and minus symbols. So I'm not going to go over that today because I'm just kind of showing the prologue to that, how we get the basic design done on these pages. So this, like I said, I'm going to tighten this up to, let's say 200. See how that looks. That's better. I want, how about 150? And then this text element, I'm going to actually want it to be a little more pizzazzle. I want it bold. Of course I do. I want it centered. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, and the default mint quantity in this state, we want to be 1. So now, when we reload this page, let's see how things are looking. Da-da-da-da. Why is there 2 wallet connects? But you can see we got our counter which is like our last one, counter. And like our app, once you connect to your wallet, it's got a counter. So you can see we're getting there real quick, like one door costs. Oh, it's because I had copy and pasted that text and it still had the conditional on it. So that would say wallet not connected. Okay, I took that off. So that'll fix that. And now, real quick, before I just show you that page again, let's get a button going for our mint button. Sorry, cracked my knuckles. And wait for it to, oh, see, sometimes it like acts like I clicked the button multiple times. And maybe that's like a problem with my mouse. I'm also going to get rid of that second MetaMask element. It's hanging out up there. Okay, so now we've got a button. This is going to be our mint button. We're going to center it. Fixed width of 150. I'm going to do 40 here. Over here, and we're going to have this say mint. And we're going to add 20 here to the top. And then what I want to do is I want to make this so that there's a conditional, and when the wallet isn't connected, when our Web3 and MetaMask element, let's see, where's the connected? Is connected. When this is no, we want text to say connect wallet. So similar to how this one says connect, here we want connect wallet, and we're reloading. One door, cost that, connect wallet. Voila, voila. So now, if you combine this with our previous tutorials on how to add the functionality of minting and connecting your wallet to these elements, you will have a complete minting page similar to this one. We could still add those images on the side, but you could add text in these different groups. There's a little more text on this page. You could style your text and your buttons however you want. But you can see how simple it is in, let's see, how long have we been streaming? An hour. We just streamed for an hour and we built essentially our minting website. It's almost all there except for the functionality. And if you add the functionality from the previous tutorial into these elements here, and you're going to do that, where all the functionality comes in is in the workflow tab in the back end here. You click on workflow and you get to working. Maybe I'll hook it up real quick. Let's try this. Come on. So I don't know. There's quite a bit that went into that original tutorial on the functionality, but maybe we can kind of get something going. So when the MetaMask is not connected, we want our button. I should have this open in 2 tabs. I'm going to duplicate. This is dangerous. Dangerous. But just so I can easily go between the two and copy and paste functionality. I guess it's kind of like, what's the point if I'm copying and pasting functionality for you guys, at least? It's not teaching you anything. And so I think you'd be better off seeing that full tutorial. And I'm not just going to fly through it here. But you can see where we're headed. And if you combine this, like I said, with the past two tutorials, you will have yourself a fancy schmancy minting website in no time at all. And you will have written no code. Of course, you need a contract deployed, a Solidity contract deployed for your NFT collection before you can start minting. But this is how you can make a nice little minting website with no coding experience, no Python, no React, no nothing, justbubble.io. Okay, thanks for joining me, y'all. I will be hopping on another live sooner than later. I've got a guest coming in for a day tomorrow, so I won't be doing any live tomorrow. But maybe this weekend. And we're going to have a whole series of different live and non-live tutorials that are going to be coming real soon. So